Hello friends, I'm happy to welcome you on our Blue Bonnie tutorial page, and today we will make the tutorial of the panties. You can see that I did it as a part of the wedding set, but you also can make something like this, or by changing the materials, taking not the lace but the velvet, for example, with elastic, or even the cotton. You can make same panties just for everyday life. So as I told, since it's a part of the wedding set, so I will use matching lace, and the whole panties will be cut exactly from the lace. We will not use any mesh here as we used to do in bustier or in a garter set, and the only thing that we will cut from not the lace fabric but from the cotton or from the special panties tricotage fabric, we will use the crotch. First, since our crotch will be half open, we have just to sew the edge of the crotch. As you can see, I just turned it on ½ centimeter and put a fixing stitch. And now I will adjust my crotch to the panties. I have to find the correct side because I need to put first the back part of the panty, then the front side of the panty, and then crotch have to cover the back side. From the back side we will put it, and all the seams that will be done here, they will be covered through this lace fabrics, and they will not be seen as on the front side and as same on the opposite side. So now we have to pin back part of the panties to the front part, and we are putting them face to face. And now we have to pin the crotch, not the stitch side but the side that have an open seam, and again we are pinning it to the same place where we were pinning the front side of the panties. So you're covering them on the front side. And now we will put a fixing stitch, also ½ centimeter. Since we are using cotton here, so there will be no stretch effect, no elastic, but if you will use the lingerie elastic fabric, there will be slight stretch, so I advise you just to pull a little your fabric. So now, as you can see, we have to cover our seams. We are turning our crotch from the back side to the front side of the panties, pinning the crotch, and I will put the fixing stitch. The stitch will keep my crotch in its place, also about ½ centimeter just on the crotch itself. And with this stitch I will fix the seam allowances inside, and they will not be seen. So now when we did this thing, we have to put elastic on our open leg parts, and I will put elastic by turning it. First I have to put elastic on the front side. All the decorations of the elastic are looking on the panties, on the fabric, and slightly stretching my elastic. I have to sew it with a zigzag stitch. I'm using the triple zigzag stitch. That this zigzag that is making seam in three points. You can see that the zigzag made with 3 stitches, not the rapid one, but this made with the 3 seams, until the end of our leg, open leg place. While pulling a little bit our elastic, we are sewing till the end with a zigzag stitch. Now I will turn my elastic to the wrong side, but I will stitch for looking from the front side, because then I will see the correct place of my elastic. And again with a zigzag stitch, with a triple one, I am sewing the elastic on its place. Here also I have to pull a little, because when you pulled first time your elastic, your lace can have some wrinkles, and to stitch it correctly to the lace fabric, we have to pull and spread our elastic again with the fabric. Also be very careful about the crotch side, because you don't want to sew the open part of the crotch into the elastic. So please, before sewing it, look where your crotch part is looking, so they should be absolutely straight and should not be stitched to the elastic. So now we have fixed the first open leg part, and now we'll do same thing with the second part. Absolutely the same way. Actually, sewing panties is rather easy, especially if you are using non-stretchable materials, because with elastic materials that has elastic, it can be a little bit peculiar, because you need always to keep your eye on your fabric and stretch it all the time. But with non-stretch materials, it's rather easy. To me, it takes about, I think, 30 minutes to make the panties. I spend more time cutting patterns from the fabric. Okay, we have sewn all our elastics. Now we have to cut the tails of the elastic, that we will have no need of them, and we will now fix the side seam of our panties. I also used the zigzag stitch, the same one as we used for the stitching elastic. We have to pin our panties side seams face to face, and we will put our zigzag stitch on the wrong side, right from the elastic till the end of our lace part. You can help here, well, it will be the thick place with the elastic, you can help with the scissors or with some sharp material. So see, we have done it. Now again we'll cut all the extension threads, and now we want to fix this side seam, because it, as you can see, it turns a little bit. So I will fix it to the front side of my panties, again with this zigzag stitch, but only on elastic. And with this, our seams, they will not move. Now we'll need only to stitch elastic to the belt of our panties, and after that close again the other side seam, and our panties will be done. We can only press them. To the belt we are sewing elastic same way as we did for the legs, so it's absolutely same. The only thing, pay attention on the seam that we just did on the side seams. It should be also flat, and it should not make a knot while you're stitching it through the panties while fixing your elastic to the belt of your panties. Okay, now for the side seams again. We have to sew the same way as we did with our side seam first time. We do same thing with the second side seam, also fixing, put in the zigzag stitch to fix it, and after that fixing our seam allowance with the zigzag on the elastic part. So after that you can do pressing of the panties, and they are ready to be checked or even sold if you sell your things that you sew. And so our panties are done. As you can see, it was really very quick. I hope you really enjoyed. See you soon.